You need to watch this video. You'll see how nice this works. What I want to show here is how to use General Finishes dye stain. And hopefully when I'm all done, this is a pretty stick. So I'm going to use the General Finishes light brown stain and do the center of the stick. Try to keep it off the leaves the best I can. And in addition to that stain, I like this because it retains the properties of the paint. It isn't just plain water. And it allows me to keep the piece wet and allows the dye stain to kind of seep into the wood the way it wants to. On these sticks, I'm going to use Armor Seal. The reason I like to use Armor Seal is I've got a lot of time. In some ways I don't like it because it takes 3 days to finish the project if you're putting 3 coats on it. But this is really a nice product to work with. It flows on nicely, easy to keep up with, gives you time to clean up runs, especially when you're working on intricate work like this. It was in my mind to use Endurovar. Why I would like Endurovar, no smell. In addition to that, another reason I like Endurovar is I could do 3 coats in 1 day. But it's a little too thick and sets up a little too fast for me, so I'll save that for my tabletop in the kitchen or something like that. Or some furniture that I can keep it level real good. But this is what I'll use today. On these sticks that I've carved. Here's a little tip for you. Imagine you probably already do this. Who stole my? Here it is. I like to poke a little hole in this little ridge here on my paint cans. Now the reason I do that is because I open and close these cans a lot, and I'm in and out of there with the brush, and then all that sealer gets in that groove. Well, this way it drips back in. That's why I do that. It's a good project to do with COVID-19 all over the place. Get this on here like I'm doing. Now I know Stinnett, he wouldn't like the way I'm doing this because he's more of an artist than me. I don't think he'd care that much. So look how nice that is. I'm really pleased with these dye stains. I like to call them watercolors for the way they work. They go on so nice. I've heard some nice comments about how they use them for different applications. But for me, I've done a lot of sticks, and I love using the General Finishes dye stain or the general, what I call General Finishes watercolors. They work just fine. You should get you some of this stuff.